The Pittsburgh Steelers are off to a 4-1 start, led by veteran quarterback Aaron Rodgers. With the rest of the AFC North falling apart, Pittsburgh is in prime position to win its first division title since 2020. Knowing this is likely Rodgers' swan song, the Steelers have been unusually aggressive in the trade market dating back to the offseason. They've made some bold moves on offense to maximize the 41-year-old's final run, trading with the Seahawks for DK Metcalf while sending George Pickens to the Cowboys. Even so, there's still one glaring need on this roster: wide receiver depth. In his latest trade proposal, ESPN's Bill Barnwell suggested that the Steelers acquire Rashid Shaheed from the New Orleans Saints in exchange for a 2026 fourth-round pick. Enter Shaheed, who is a free agent after the season, Barnwell wrote. Since entering the league in 2022, the undrafted Weber State product has averaged 15.6 yards per reception, fourth best in the NFL over that span. He has also been a return man in the past, something the Steelers wouldn't mind adding after taking rookie Caleb Johnson off kick returns in September. Shaheed will make $2.8 million over the remainder of 2025, a very reasonable price for what he brings to the table as a secondary option in the passing game. Why Rashid Shaheed makes sense for the Steelers. As good as Metcalf has been this season, Rodgers is going to need more help if the Steelers hope to make a deep playoff run. Metcalf leads the team with 19 catches for 356 yards and 4 touchdowns, while running back Jaylen Warren is second with just 153 yards and 1 score. Calvin Austin III was serving as Pittsburgh's WR2 before suffering a shoulder injury, but even before that, he averaged only 1.5 yards per route run. Rookie Roman Wilson has been a non-factor so far, posting just 2 receptions for 19 yards. The Steelers are one of just 2 teams that haven't completed a single pass traveling 30 or more yards in the air this season, and Aaron Rodgers has attempted only 1 such throw through 5 games, Barnwell noted. It was a duck to an open Metcalf, but Rodgers' arm has generally looked fine this season. Shaheed would instantly help in that area. One of the fastest players in the league, the Saints wideout had ran a documented 4.39 40-yard dash and brings legitimate vertical speed to any offense. Rashid Shaheed set to be free agent in 2026. Shaheed's contract situation also makes him an appealing target for Pittsburgh. The 27-year-old is in the final year of his rookie deal, making him affordable both in trade compensation and salary. That gives the Steelers the chance to evaluate him for the remainder of the season and potentially sign him to a new deal to stabilize their receiving core beyond 2025 for their next quarterback. In 4 seasons with the Saints, Shaheed has caught 120 passes for 1,872 yards and 12 touchdowns, averaging 15.6 yards per reception. The Saints have shipped out too much draft capital for a 1-5 team with no aspirations of contending, Barnwell wrote. Getting some of that back in a Shaheed deal would make sense, and though they could potentially land a compensatory pick if Shaheed leaves in free agency, this is an organization that will likely be spending on the open market and canceling out compensatory picks next offseason. For a Steelers team trying to win one last time with Rodgers, a trade for Shaheed could be the low-cost, high-upside move that pushes their offense to another level. Steelers eye Ravens receiver to address WR challenges. In a surprising turn of events, the Pittsburgh Steelers are reportedly considering a bold move to bolster their struggling wide receiver core by targeting a standout talent from their division rivals, the Baltimore Ravens. The Steelers' receiving unit has faced numerous challenges this season, prompting speculation about potential trades to reinvigorate their offensive strategy. As they navigate a crowded AFC North landscape, the idea of acquiring a player from the Ravens, one of their most formidable foes, signals a significant shift in their approach. A division rival star. The focus is reportedly on a key receiver within the Ravens roster, known for his explosive playmaking ability. His addition to the Steelers could potentially transform their aerial attack, providing a much-needed spark to an offense that has struggled to find consistency. This potential trade highlights the unique dynamics of the NFL, where interdivision trades can be both risky and rewarding. The Steelers would be taking a calculated gamble, aiming to leverage the receiver's skills to enhance their own competitive edge in a tightly contested division. Strategic implications. Bringing in a player of this caliber allows the Steelers not only to enhance their receiving options, but also to weaken a direct competitor. In the high-stakes environment of the NFL, every strategic move counts, and Pittsburgh's front office appears to be weighing the long-term benefits against the immediate challenges of the season. As the trade deadline approaches, fans and analysts alike will be watching closely to see if the Steelers can successfully execute this plan, potentially altering the balance of power within the AFC North. The excitement surrounding such a move reflects the ever-evolving nature of the league, where decisions made today can significantly impact the trajectory of franchises for years to come. With the spotlight on this intriguing possibility, the Steelers are poised to make a statement as they seek to turn their season around. The Pittsburgh Steelers entered this season having replaced number 1 WR George Pickens with another DK Metcalf. But beyond that spot on the depth chart, things have always felt a bit more unsettled, aside from a decent comfort level with Calvin Austin, too. The early November trade deadline could present a chance for the Steelers to add some passing game help for Metcalf and Aaron Rodgers. ESPN's Bill Barnwell has a proposal: the Steelers trade for Rashid Shaheed from the New Orleans Saints. Shaheed, who has run a documented 4.39 40-yard dash time, has averaged 15.6 yards per catch in his NFL career. Enter Shaheed, who is a free agent after the season, Barnwell writes. Since entering the league in 2022, the undrafted Weber State product has averaged 15.6 yards per reception, fourth best in the NFL over that span. He has also been a return man in the past, something the Steelers wouldn't mind adding after taking rookie Caleb Johnson off kick returns in September. Shaheed will make $2.8 million over the remainder of 2025, a very reasonable price for what he brings to the table as a secondary option in the passing game. The fact that this is the final year of Shaheed's contract should lower his trade cost considerably. The Saints have shipped out too much draft capital for a 1-5 team with no aspirations of contending, Barnwell writes. Getting some of that back in a Shaheed deal would make sense, and though they could potentially land a compensatory pick if Shaheed leaves in free agency, this is an organization that will likely be spending on the open market and canceling out compensatory picks next offseason. It's easy to imagine Rodgers clicking quickly with Shaheed and finding a 1-2 punch along with Metcalf. The Steelers lead the AFC North and could certainly use some additional firepower.